Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone. We are from the last group. We're going to give you guys a presentation about the review of all groups for classroom action research. And langsung selanjutnya. So we're from group 5, and we have Alifia Oktavi, we have me, Aliana Fisa Karyadi, we have Dini Afifah, we have Fahria Rahmaida, we have Syahara Sofi, we have Silvania Gusti Herdiana, and we have Tiara Harumasati. So we're going to talk about everything that all the groups have explained. So it's a review from our perspective. So yeah, we're going to talk about classroom action research. The last 4 groups have already explained about this topics. The first group explained about creating and selecting car title. We forgot the title. The second group explained about problem identification and formulating problem in classroom action research. And the third group explained about creating classroom action research proposal. And the last group, the last 2 group, the second to last group explained about the example of car proposal. We're going to review it again, starting from Syahara Sofi.
Okay, guys. So now let's go back to remembering this material. For the first is creating and selecting car titles. And the first is understanding title in classroom action research. Title in classroom action research is an idea raised from the identification problems and found in the classroom. And also title itself is a summary form that and content from our investigation after formulating the research problem. Title is frame of references for the entire of research. Next slide. Okay, there is also a criteria of good title. For the first is title are adjusted to the problem that come from class, and the second is good titles predicts the content of the research paper, and the third is a good title should be interesting to the reader, and the fourth is it should reflect the tone of writing, and the last is it should contain important keywords that will make it easier to be located during a keyword search. Okay, next slide. Variables of classroom action research. What is variable? Variable is a character, number, or quantity that can take different value over time. And variables are generally important for both personal use by individuals and scientific experiments by researchers. They are one of those things that we use in our daily activities, either consciously or unconsciously. And there are 2 variables of classroom action research. The first is dependent variables. Dependent variables are variables whose change depends slightly on another variable, and usually independent variables. In mathematical sciences, it is represented as a function of the independent variable. And the second is independent variables. Independent variables are variables whose variation and do not depend on another variable. They are controlled inputs whose variation depends on the researcher or individual working with the variables. Next.
The next slide is going to be explained by Silvania.
Okay, in the slide we have an example of car titles, and we have in the slide we have in level secondary, and the title is the development of interpretative reading skill through jigsaw, and the second level is KD for KD, the use of paper wastes of Setiabudi printing as a medium to develop the students' creativity. And the next slide. Okay, in the slide we have problem identification and formulating problem in car. Problem identification is the first stage in a series of research stages. A car plan begins with a problem that is felt or recognized by the teacher as the manager of learning. The teacher feels that there is something that needs to be improved in the classroom, which if left unchecked will have a negative impact on the process and student learning outcomes. And in this slide, we have 3 goals of problem identification. The first goal, we have step and how to find the problem. And the step in classroom action research is, the first one is planning. We as teacher, we must have the planning about the problem identification, the planning that we can find in the classroom. And the second one is action. The third one, observe. And the fourth is reflection. And we we have how to find the problem. The first one, we must know about real problem that happen in the classroom and the problem faced by the student. The third one, problem should match with the strength and weaknesses of the teacher. And the fourth one is limited problems that appear teaching and learning process. And the last one is problem should be based on priority to develop the school. And the second goal is the main factors that become obstacles in the classroom. Okay, and this goal, the first one is the main factors that become obstacles in our classroom is the first, late submission of assignments by students. The second one is consistent low achievement in academic subjects. The third one is unruly behavior of the student. The fourth one is pronunciation problems of the students. And the fifth one, lack of reading habits among teachers. And the last one is lack of cooperation among teachers. And the last goal in problem identification is the kinds of problems you can find in the classroom. Okay, in this goal, we must know about the kind of problems you can find in your classroom, like what happened in your classroom and what the cause of the problems, what is the effect of the problems, and what will happen before the problems have solution, and then what can we do to solve the problem in our classroom. Okay, next slide.
So the next slide is going to be explained by Fahriya Rahmaida.
Okay, the next slide. Why is problem identification important? Because you need to make sure that you identify the real underlying problem that is causing the problem in the classroom itself. And this is not always a views. Next slide. And the formulating problems. After identifying the problems, the teachers need to make an analysis. First, in order to formulate the problem clearly, and the second, analyze using reflection based on student result, attendance list, learning material of student report. Using equation, preparing solution for the problems, example, and the use of CLT to increasing student reading mastery. Next slide. And there are several standards in formulating problems. The problem should be formulated in the form of an interrogative sentence. It should be specific, concise, and clear, and not too general. This formulation should provide guidance on the possibility of collecting data in order to answer the question contained in the formulation. And the last, avoiding problem formulation that are too general and too argumentative, contain emotion, prejudice, or unscientific elements.
The next slide is going to be explained by Tiara Harumasati.
So, what are the differences between problem identification and formulating problem? So, problem identification. In problem identification, identification of research problem leads in conducting a research. To initiate a research, the necessity of the research to be carried out should be generated. The second one is formulating problem. In formulating problem, formulation of the problem should lead to empirical investigation. Formulation of research problem should depict what is to be determined and scope of study. The next one is creating CAR proposal. So what is CAR proposal? Before knowing what a CAR proposal is, we have to know what is the meaning of proposal. A proposal is a plan, idea, theme, or suggestion, usually in a written format. A proposal is used as a guide for a discussion or consideration. So what is CAR proposal? CAR proposal is a plan to conduct a classroom action research. And the next one is the aim of CAR proposal. The aims of CAR proposal is, the first one is as a guide for the direction of the classroom activities. The second one is as a direction for the CAR. The third one is as a requirement for administrative completeness. And the last one is as a means of applying to get funds from sponsor of CAR. And the last one is CAR introduction, which will be introduced by my friend in the next slide.
Okay, so I'm going to explain about the CAR introduction. The first one is the background of the study. The background of the study is a compilation of adequate information that is based on the analysis of the problem or proposed argument. Okay. So in creating a CAR proposal, there are problem identification and problem formulation. So in problem identification, it's so here the identification of the problem are usually little vocabulary, the background of the student. It's usually they are scared to make mistakes, and the student only speaks if the teacher invites or asks them. So the formulation of this problem in classroom action research is the starting point for later research results or research titles. So after that, there is car literature review. So what is a literature review? A literature review identifies, evaluates, and synthesizes the relevant literature within a particular field or research. After that, there is literature. What is literature? Literature refers to a collection of published informations or materials on a particular area of research or topic. So next, what is review? Review is a combination of a prefix re, which means back or again, and the word view, the verb view. So review means the process of looking and viewing again formally to then examine or assess something in order to look for changes if necessary. Next is going to be explained by Dini.
Okay, now creating car proposal, we have functions, types, process conducting, and research design. Okay, the first one is function of literature review. Provide background from our published work, classify research into different categories, clarify controversy area and agreement, evaluate research and identify gaps, help justify your research. And process conducting literature review, locating literature, identify key texts, reviewing literature, read key texts, analyze and identify critically. Types of literature review: argumentative review, integrative review, historical review, methodological review, systematic review, theoretical review. And the last, research design. There is research procedure, setting and subject of the study, and data collections method and data analysis. Okay, next. Okay, example of classroom action research. Example of, okay, this is the part of classroom action research, a background of study. The background of study is a part of research provided in the introduction sections of the paper. The background of the study is compilations of adequate information that is based on the analysis of the problem or proposed argument, the step and method needed to arrive at the design and the implementations of the results achieved and feasible solution. Okay, next.
So next slide is going to be explained by Alifia Octavi.
Yeah, next is research problem. Based on the background of the study above, the problem is formulated as follows. Will students who are taught by using talking chips technique have better speaking skill than students who are taught by using conventional ways? Next. Objective of the study. The objective of this study is to describe how talking chips technique can improve the fourth semester students' speaking skill of English education study program. Next. Research hypothesis. Based on the research problem above, the researcher hypothesis that students who will be taught by using talking chip technique will have improved towards student speaking skill comparing to the students who are taught by conventional ways. Next is assumption of the study. Based on the background of the study above, the researcher assume that by using talking chip technique, the student will be active in the classroom learning activity. Next is significance of the study. The researcher hopes so much this study will yield beneficial results that can be contribute to English teachers who teach English subject, especially in Indonesia or even all over the world, as their material reference. Next is scope and limitation. The scope of the study explains the extent to which the research area will be explored in the work and specific the parameter within the study will be operating. Generally, the scope of the research paper is followed by its limitation. A researcher, you have to be careful when you define your scope or area of focus. Next, the last one is definition of key term. In order to avoid misunderstanding of the term used in the study, the following definition are given: effectiveness, talking chip, speaking, skill, and improvement.
Okay, that is all from our review of all the groups about classroom action research. And now we're going to do the Q&A session, but right after this. So prepare your questions because we need your questions, guys. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.